Hey guys, welcome to Elli-May Smoked Barbecue. Today we're going to spend our day in quarantine smoking a pork loin. We're going to do it two different ways. Basically what I've got here in front of me is about a 5-pound pork loin. We've cut it in half. One half we're going to wrap in bacon and smoke. We've got a bacon weave sitting over here that we'll use for that. Our rub's just going to be simple rub, salt, pepper, garlic with a little bit of cayenne pepper in it for heat. This other pork loin we're going to season with our pork rub, which has a lot of stuff in it: sugar, garlic powder, onion powder, some cayenne, salt, a little bit of pepper, and then we're going to smoke it. And then once we get it smoked, we've made a strawberry, or not a strawberry, but a raspberry chipotle glaze. I don't know if you can see that there or not. That we're going to put on it at the end and let that caramelize. And basically what it is a smoky chipotle pepper sauce, and then some red raspberry jam. Now this is Smucker's, and this is not a sponsored video whatsoever, and this is Simple Truth Organic. You don't have to use the organic, it was on sale, that's why we got it. You can also make your own, should you choose to do. Smucker's brand, you don't need Smucker's brand, any brand will work. Basically, just make sure you get seedless though, so you don't want seeds floating around in it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to inject these things, and we're going to inject them with just simple apple juice. We'll get started with that. And then we're going to smoke these today on our drum smoker. We're going to be using lump coal and Applewood for the smoke. And we're going to take them to about 140, 145 degrees and then pull them off. But first thing I want to do is get these things injected using my little pistol grip injector. Add some moisture. These are pretty lean pieces of meat, so I want to add some moisture in there. Inject both these. Now I'm not really doing anything specific, any kind of measurements or any kind of system. They're just sticking the meat and injecting. Trying not to inject my hand in the process. There we go. Get the other one injected. So I figure this will take about an hour and a half to 2 hours to get to that internal temperature of 140, 145 degrees. Oh, food's stuck. There we go. Get these injected. All right, doesn't want to go. There we go. All right, so we got them injected. Now let's get them seasoned up. First one. Now I didn't trim much off these, just some pieces that were kind of loose, flying around, cut off. But I mean, if you want, you could trim off the fat, do whatever. But we're gonna leave it all on today. Nothing fancy. Just gonna get it on there and get these things seasoned up. Nice liberal coat all over this thing. All sides, top, bottom, left, right. You really smell that garlic in this rub. So there we go, seasoned up. Just gonna put this into our bacon. I want to put the fat side down so that when we put it on the smoker, the fat side will actually be up and it'll hold the wrap on. So there's that, and then we'll get that wrapped up. Next, we'll season the other one with our pork seasoning. Basically same thing, make sure you get all sides seasoned, top, bottom, left, right, center, whatever you want to call it. Nice and seasoned up. And like I said, this one's going to have the not cherry, I don't know why I want to keep calling it cherry, but the raspberry chipotle glaze that we're going to put on it when it's finished. So there you have it. Pretty much it for that. So while these are smoking, we're going to prepare some potatoes that we're going to have as a side dish. basically what we're going to do is very, very simple. What we have in this bowl are some gourmet petite red potatoes. You can see these are very small potatoes. Take about 20, 25 minutes, 30 minutes tops to cook. So basically what we're going to do with this is going to put a thin coat of oil on them. This is a great recipe. These things are amazing. About a tablespoon or so of oil. Take our trusty spatula and kind of whisk it around in there just to get all of them evenly coated. And then once we get the oil all over them, what we have here is some onion soup mix that we're going to mix in there and then put them in the oven. If we can get it open. All right. Grab some scissors. Didn't think this thing would be sealed as tight as it is. Alright, so what we're going to do, I don't think I got that open very good. You'd think that it would. Cut it down that far. Guess not. Let's go way down just to make sure. Oh, now we got it. Alright, so what we're going to do is just sprinkle this all through the bowl on top of the potatoes. And again, with our spatula, just kind of move them around just so they all get evenly coated. These are really, really good and very, very quick, very, very easy to make. Usually a big hit at any party that they show up at. And that's really about it. As you can see, that's about it. We'll throw them on a sheet tray similar to this. Throw them in the oven about 350, 375. Let them cook for about 20 minutes or so, and then take them out. All right, so we've got one loin sitting over here in the bacon weave with seasoning on it, and another one over here that we're going to coat with our raspberry glaze. Got our pork rub seasoning on it. Again, we're going to put these on the drum smoker. I'm probably going to run it about 270, 275 with some Applewood. Going to take about an hour and a half, 2 hours maybe, and then once we get it to internal temperature of 140, 145, we'll bring them back in and cut them open and see what they look like. So until then, everybody stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome back. There you have it. Meat is on the drum smoker, and as you can see, we've got a water pan down there. So you got about 50-50 mix of apple juice and water. So there it is. We're going to get this lid shut on this so we don't lose a lot of heat, but we're running around 270 right now. So we'll check it in about 30 minutes, 40 minutes to see where we're at. So stay tuned. All right, here we are, guys. It's been about 35 minutes since we put these things on. So they're coming along quite nicely. You can see the bacon starting to get nice crisp edges around the outside of it, and the other loins starting to develop nice little bark. So what I want to do now is I want to go ahead and take the internal temperature of one of these just to see where we are at before we close back down the lid. So as you can see, we're at about 114 degrees. So we've got a little bit of ways to go. So what we're going to do now is pull that bad boy out, get this lid closed, and finish off this cook, and we'll check on them in about 30 minutes or so. So stay tuned. Guys, welcome back. Here we have it, finished product. Pork loin on the Oklahoma Joe's drum smoker. They're at about 145, pulled them off. Raspberry glazed bacon wrap. So what we want to do now is cut these things open and see what's going on inside. So without further ado, let's go ahead and cut into these things. We'll start with this one. See if we can get right through that bacon. Oh my goodness. You hear the juice just slithering out of there. So we have that cut. And you can see, I don't want to push too hard because I don't want to squeeze the juice out, but look at all that moisture in there. And you can see it here as well, all the juice running out of there. So, oh, we lost the bacon. Let's cut a little piece of that off and see what we got going on flavor-wise. And then we'll cut into the raspberry glaze. Oh man, really good, really moist. But bacon did amazing on that thing, keeping it moist. Great flavor. We just seasoned it with a salt, pepper, garlic, cayenne mixture. And then wrapped it in a bacon weave and smoked it to 145. So, Next up, the raspberry glaze. This one I'm really excited to try. So we'll cut into this, see kind of where we're at. You can see the juice just squeezing out of there. It's insane. So you can see juice kind of coming out of there. I don't want to push too much because I don't want the juice to run out, but you see juice coming out of there. Juice coming out of there. I'm going to cut a piece of this off. I can't wait for this. All right. Raspberry Chipotle glazed pork loin. That raspberry is really, really good. Got just enough kick. Really good. Really good. We season out with our pork rub. Basically, that base, we've got some brown sugar in there, some more garlic powder, onion powder, a little bit of celery seed, a little bit more cayenne. But really, really come out nice. Just kind of recap what we did. About a 5-pound pork loin. Man, so good. Cut it in half, and then bacon weaved, wrapped one, and then seasoned that, smoked it, and then at the end, little chipotle raspberry glaze that we made, put on it. And then over here we have our little potato morsels that we talked about earlier. And you can see these things work out perfect. We've got that crisp onion on there, and basically just lightly coated those with oil, threw some Lipton onion soup mix on there. You can't beat those. Like I said, whatever party those things show up to, man, that's a winner. So there you have it. If you like the video, make sure you hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos. And until we meet again, everybody be safe and stay healthy. Take care.